Welcome back to the TNT Boys Podcast. Today is Saturday, the 18th of April. Sam, how are you?
I'm doing good. Did you guys miss me? Did you miss me?
No.
I think you did, man.
Whatever.
I listened to the last episode.
Okay.
You did good. You did good. Okay. We're off to a great start. Welcome, everyone. Sam and Kale here, TNT Boys. Excited to be back in here. I was coaching at a powerlifting meet last weekend. I know he told you guys that, but I know I was listening. He kind of butchered part of it. It's okay. It's okay.
Whatever. Move on.
That's all right. All right. Cheer up, man. Well, I guess we'll just kind of dive right into it here next weekend. That's what I was gonna do.
Okay. I didn't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Next weekend is the Swearing is Caring event at District Event Center from 4 to 8. Next Saturday, the 25th. Come on down. Have yourself some food, some brewskis. Hang out with the TNT boys. Hang out with Agent Life Media Group, Zach and Vance, and just have a good old time and donate to a good cause. So, yeah. Kale, how's your week been?
Same shit, different week.
How's the fitness life going?
Going back.
How'd this week go?
Kind of going through a little bit of setback, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right. Well, we got to get back on the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, for me, this is pretty big for me. I wanted to share this, but I know for me it's my lifestyle. It's what I do, but I hit two pretty big markers since coming. It's about 6 months since I had hernia surgery, and I am back up to some pretty good numbers. 315 on bench, which obviously for a guy my size, that shouldn't be too hard. But anyone who knows me knows I struggle with bench more than the other big lifts. And then got back up to a 605 deadlift for the first time since hernia surgery. It's been a little over 6 months, so it's really, really good. Feels really good to be getting back up there, and hopefully can start prepping for a meet somewhat soon. We'll see what's out there. I may not do one the rest of this year, and that's fine. But I just wanted to share that because progress is cool. So anyway, I guess
I did want to say Perseus, if you guys can see him. If not, that's fine. He had a good surgery on Monday, so they lasered it off. It was a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, that's glad he's good. So I have to wait till I hear results to hear if it's cancer or not, because it was a tumor. So
happy that Perseus is a healthy boy.
Yeah. He's like one of the faces of this podcast.
He's just over here. He is now. He literally is.
Well, he's like one of the mascots of the three we have. So
yeah. He's just over here lounging in the chair doing.
I love that logo so much.
Starting to doze off a little bit, but Perseus is just over there being a good old boy.
JD's hiding somewhere.
JD's being a little shithead, kind of, but that's okay. That's just JD likes to run around and do things, and
he's getting a haircut soon.
He's a little ball of floof. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff going
some
on.
Football now, huh?
Let's go and get on into it, huh? Starting with the NFL, around the league, just some stuff going on with different teams in the league. We got the Ravens. They unveiled their new uniforms this past week.
Cool.
I think their new helmets look badass, man.
Okay, so I will say, to me though, it's just the regular uniforms. They look the same.
See, that's how. Okay, there's another team that unveiled their new uniform. We'll get to them when we get to them.
I know what team you're talking about,
but I feel like theirs look just the same. But I feel like the Ravens, like, I don't know. I feel like they're going more towards like the black look rather than just like purple. I guess like
they like to do the purple and gold. I don't like that.
Yeah,
that's ugly.
Well, see, that's a Vikings thing.
No, I know, but they unveiled a jersey with gold numbers.
Yeah,
but
anyway, I don't mind it, but I always kind of liked the Ravens, so I thought that was kind of cool.
I just think it's just like the one uncle or grandpa that gets wearing the shirt, then he gets the same shirt.
That one meme.
The meme I shared on Facebook the other day.
Yeah.
But that's just how
I saw you shared that.
I really like the helmets, the black jerseys, and the helmets are cool. Like you were saying.
Yeah. So staying in the AFC North, moving on to the Steelers. Defensive lineman Cameron Heyward. It seems like we have something about this guy every week, but Cameron Heyward has a message for Aaron Rodgers. Just return, baby. That's his quote. From defensive lineman Cameron Heyward.
Seems like his old teammates want him back, so
that's a good sign.
I think they should make a one more run. I think he needs to, do it one more time with McCarthy.
Well, I think if he does come back, it's gonna be with the Steelers. I don't see it really being with anyone else.
Unless, he goes to be a one-day contract with the Packers, but
just to retire.
Yeah.
That's the only way, but I think it's a good sign. I mean, his teammates like him there, and I think it kind of fights back against that narrative that Aaron Rodgers is a locker room cancer. He's, was selfish, not a team-friendly guy when really, most of his old teammates say they really enjoyed playing with him and really like having him on the team. So yeah, I don't know. I think again there's been something about Aaron Rodgers every week, and that's just another thing. So in the AFC South, the Texans got a couple things on the Texans here. Offensive tackle Trent Brown expects a better version of C.J. Stroud this season. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think C.J. Stroud needs to be better this year. He didn't have a great year last year, coming off a soft, great start to his, first year. He needs to have a better, third year than his second year.
Well, he's already played 3 years.
Oh, sorry, I got that confused.
But you're good. No, his like you said though, his rookie year was amazing.
No, he almost won the MVP as a rookie, and that's unheard of.
He was an MVP candidate as a rookie.
The last 2 years has not been great.
He won Rookie of the Year. His second year, he regressed a little bit. In his third year, he regressed even more. So he definitely needs a bounce back year. I really feel. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I just wasn't trying to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say. I feel like after his tremendous rookie season, I feel like going into that second year, they started to just be like, oh well, C.J. Stroud is this amazing quarterback. We're just gonna put more on his shoulders. And you can't always do that with a young quarterback. You got to continue to let them develop slowly and keep building and putting pieces around him. Give him a good running game. Don't just become pass happy all of a sudden. Give him a good running game he can do play action off of, and supply him with a good defense. Which last year, I'll admit, Texans had a great defense, and that's the reason they were in the playoffs. But I just think you put too much on a young quarterback's shoulders right away, and then regressions like this happen. So I hope they kind of go backward a little bit and try to give him more of that running game, which they did go out and get David Montgomery. And hopefully they fix up the offensive line so they can actually generate some sort of ground game. And, Joe Mixon might be coming back. He's who knows if he'll be the same after his injury, but no, I just think, I think he'll have a bounce back year. I think with how good he was his rookie year, we know what he's capable of, and he has to get back to that level. And sounds like his own teammates believe in him, so that's a good sign.
I was going to say that if he wants to be the way he wants to be, then they need to give him O-line in the trenches, because it was kind of funny. Yeah. You say Montgomery, we traded him and got an alignment out of it. So Right. But, I mean, Trent Brown really is probably their best offensive lineman, so it's a good thing that he's saying this about Stroud. I'm sure Trent Brown's leader of the team, so.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely the leader of that offensive line.
But, hey, you know what? Will Howard, he got paid.
No, Will Anderson Jr.
Oh, sorry, Will Howard. Why am I?
Well, we got Will. We'll be talking. We've been talking a little bit about Will Howard today, but it'll be a little bit later on. Perseus, what are you doing?
He heard the Life 360 go off, so they think their mom came home, which their mom is 2 hours away right now, and I forgot to mute my phone. Well, I got Life 360 dogs. I don't know if you know what that is. So what it is basically the app Life 360. So Maya and I know each other every time. So
that's good.
You and Marty should try it out.
I think we've talked about it now that you mention that.
Yeah, a lot of people use it.
She mentioned it to me once, and I was like, oh, and I was probably like already like focused on something else. So
more likely. No one knew.
No, but yeah, defensive end Will Anderson Jr. And the Texans agreed to a 3-year, $150 million contract extension. So big bucks.
Big bag.
Which, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's the leader of that defense, and they had a nasty defense last year. Yeah. And if they can just get that.
Like I said, though, if they, when we get to Dexter Lawrence, I was going to say, if they somehow do go after him, it'd be great.
Add a guy in the middle there. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be real good. That'd be real good. Anyway, Kale's not having my goofy attitude today. He's not having it. So we're going to move on. AFC West, we got Chargers. General Manager Joe Ortiz on wide receiver Quentin Johnston trade rumors. I've had 0 calls about Quentin.
He sucks.
He did all right last year.
Yeah, but in the first few years he was more Butterfingers than anything.
He was. And he's not the number 1 receiver I feel like they thought he was going to be. Like, Ladd McConkey is their number 1 receiver, the guy out of Georgia.
If I was him, what I would do is if I would just ball out this year, then make people give them a reason why they should take me. That's what I would do.
Quentin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's fast. He's got all the intangibles. He's big. He's tall.
Yeah, he got drafted in the first round for a reason.
Exactly. Like, he's got the size and like the athletic ability and the intangibles, but it's just your wide receiver, you got to catch the ball. So, I don't know. I didn't know there was trade rumors going on about him, but I mean, you got to
everything changes every day in the NFL.
I haven't really paid attention to the Chargers too much lately, so I don't really know like what weapons they do or don't have right now, but so anyway, any other thoughts on that?
As long as they find a good suitable suit for him, if they do trade him, like I said, though, he needs to ball out this year if he doesn't get traded. But they also need to find a guy for Justin Herbert, too. We can't just forget about that,
I feel like Ladd McConkey's kind of turning into that guy.
Right.
And I know he's not built like the prototypical number 1 receiver. Hey, buddy. Hey, boy.
Guarantee he's going to try to jump in the middle here.
He's probably going to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have a Perseus pet break here.
We're having a Perseus moment.
A Percy pet moment.
This is the Percy pet moment of the TNT Boys podcast.
Anyway, so the Giants, Brian Burns says the Giants wouldn't be the Giants without Dexter Lawrence in the middle. He hopes that they can figure out something. So the other day, I was telling him and whatnot, because they must say what the boys reported it. Because they probably saw it too somewhere else and whatever. But Dexter Lawrence has stated that he does not want to resign. He wants to basically end negotiations and move on and seek a trade.
Yeah.
So, again, that's going to hurt the Giants a lot. Like I said the other episode, they're a pretty solid team, but losing them would hurt them.
Well, and I was just, I know we talked about it last time. The Packers and the Steelers are both potential suitors to get Dexter Lawrence.
And that would be good. I hate to say that, but the Packers...
Perseus.
If the Packers took him and then, if they waited the 4 games that Micah Parsons comes back, that defense will be scary to NFC North as much as I hate to say that.
Well, and the thing is, too, is we got Javon Hargrave this offseason as well. So if you have Parsons on one side on the edge and you have Hargrave and Dexter Lawrence in the middle... It don't matter who's on that other side. Like we are fucking up other teams. Like,
just go lay down, buddy.
Don't you think so? Don't you think so,
buddy? Versus, go lay down. Go lay down. He's stuck. He has nowhere to go.
It's because my freaking thick legs.
Versus, go lay down.
Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down.
Or come up here, I guess.
Come up here. There you go. There you go. That'll work. Hi. Yeah, just lay down.
Perseus, just give no hex.
This is the Perseus episode, the final episode.
He doesn't give a huya.
This is the glorious Perseus episode.
Anyway, Well, and then here
comes JD, the floof ball.
The fuck you say?
It's the dog. The dogs are in the house. It's the dog.
Who let the dogs out?
This isn't the bomb shelter anymore. This is the dog den.
Oh, we'll still call it the bomb shelter.
Nah, it's the dogs. We got the dog. We're chilling with the dogs. Anyway, but as I was saying,
He must have found a napkin. Whatever. I don't.
Anyway, like I was saying though, in the Packers thing with Dexter Lawrence, if they can manage to get him and Javon Hargrave in the middle, Parsons on one side. I don't care if you put Lucas Van Ness. I don't care if you put George Washington on the other side. Bring him back. I don't care. Like that is a scary
that is a
defensive
must.
front.
That is a must get back for sure.
So I think it'd be huge if we could somehow trade for Dexter Lawrence, but anyway,
I think like I said last week, I think Detroit should try to get him, but
well, yeah, we all think our team should try to get good players.
Well, yeah, true.
I'm sure Daniel would say he thinks the Broncos should get him.
I don't even think he knows who he is.
Probably not. Anyway,
Well, speaking of Daniel, should I say it?
Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. But
Oh, yeah,
the picture.
yeah. Say it.
So Mr. Sam here sent me the other day a picture of our good friend Daniel. He fell asleep. He's all sprawled out, all comfy like.
He wasn't
on the
even
mat.
sprawled out. He was like perfectly straight.
That's what I mean. He was perfectly straight, sprawled out.
He was like sleeping like a perfect like line.
Yeah.
It was funny. No, Daniel does training with me at the Y, and he showed up a little early, and for whatever reason, one of my coworkers spotted him on the security camera.
Insert picture here.
Laying on one of the stretching mats, just laying down like on his bag, using his bag as a pillow, his gym bag. And she sent it to me and was like, "Looks like Daniel found a new place to nap." and she knew Daniel wouldn't, obviously, like other places, like that. Oh, that's stalking or whatever. But it's a harmless thing. Like Daniel doesn't care. Daniel's all about the laughs. And she sent it to me, and then I sent it to Kale. And I'm sure when Kale got it, he probably laughed out loud.
I did.
And I sent it to Daniel too.
I was so fascinated. I've never seen him wear shorts. I'm like,
he wears shorts quite a bit when he comes to training. Like he said, it's easier to get his knee sleeves on. But no, yeah, that was funny.
So moving on to the NFC here with the Eagles, I just want to say one thing about the Bears. Obviously, I'm not doing it because, FDB or anything, but still FDB. I like to reiterate myself because Zach thinks I was saying that Matt Nagy was the greatest coach for the Bears of all time, which I wasn't really trying to say it. I said the best way I could put it is, or was trying to say, he was the best coach they had at the time because he made 2 playoffs appearances with Mitch Trubisky, mind you, at the helm of the quarterback. So let's go start there. And then ever since the double doink happened, they just never returned that Cody Parkey kick.
He was definitely better. He was definitely better than Eberflus for sure.
Yes, but
even as an offensive coordinator, when he went back to Kansas City, like Kansas City offense was a shell of what it was with Eric Bieniemy.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to, what are you doing? Trying to reiterate here.
He's trying to show us who the real big dog is.
But anyway, no. So I mean, I was looking at he was the most successful coach they had since Lovie Smith, because Lovie Smith actually has made the playoffs and made the Super Bowl.
Lovie Smith.
Shut up. Lovie Smith, and actually, went to the Super Bowl but lost it. But ever since then, you guys really haven't had.
Well, Lovie Smith, he went to a Super Bowl, and then he also went back to another NFC Championship game.
Yes, and what I was gonna say was, before he said that, is you guys haven't been worth the shit since Ben Johnson, really. And I mean, guess Matt Nagy with the playoffs and everything, but Ben Johnson's probably going to give you guys more success than the past two coaches.
Ben Johnson has already given them more success after 1 year.
Yeah. And then I was also going to say that your best coach of all time is Ditka, and
Mike
then
Ditka, George Halas.
George Halas, yeah. So,
literally the NFC Championship trophy is named after George Halas.
so yeah, we'll take that shitty take and stick it up somewhere. Don't shine, Vance. I'm kidding. Just kidding. I'm just messing.
Oh, whoa.
Anyway.
I do think it was funny listening to your last episode where you were talking about Bears legends.
Oh, yeah.
And you said Gary Payton.
I didn't realize I said fucking Gary Payton.
And I'm like, did you mix up Walter Payton and Gale Sayers?
And
the two legendary running backs?
I was like, I completely forgot about Gale Sayers, and he was the Walter Payton before Walter Payton.
Yeah.
And I did a history report on him in 4th grade, so like I know a lot about Gale Sayers.
Matt Forte was another underrated Bears running back in the 2010s. The early to mid 2010s.
Jordan Howard was good for a little while too.
He had like one good season.
Yeah,
and then they just like
they went to Montgomery.
They got rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to Montgomery. That's right. Anyway, enough about the Bears. Jeez. We'll move on to the Eagles. Well, actually also another former Bears player, former wide receiver Alshon Jeffery. I put him under Eagles because he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles, but he did play for the Bears for a long time.
This one wasn't really, I guess, like I said off camera, is you play football most of your life, and I don't think we said what it was, but I'll explain after. I think it would make more sense. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you want to explain it? Alshon Jeffrey's thing?
Oh, so basically Alshon Jeffery is going to be facing up to 5 years after being arrested earlier this week on insurance fraud charges. And what I was going to say was, he's probably someone who's played football most of his life, and he didn't know what to do after football when he retired after winning the Super Bowl and have all this money and stuff. And you think, most people go fall back on the education that they got through college.
Yeah.
As most do. I mean, let's be honest, some mostly do. Some don't.
A lot of times, though, like if you played a full career in the NFL, like you should be set for life. Like if you don't want to work anymore, as long as you handle your finances well, you don't have to work anymore. Like, and I don't know, he probably just got into some stupid shit, man. I don't know.
Yeah, or he thought he could make more money by doing the insurance fraud. That's why a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
He got out of situations, and yeah,
it's unfortunate.
That's big deal there.
Is it sad to say that Alshon Jeffery and Jay Cutler are probably the greatest Bears quarterback wide receiver combo of all time?
Yeah. I mean, you could say Jim McMahon and whoever else. I can't remember.
They didn't have like any really good wide receivers for a long time.
No, because it was mostly Walter Payton. And
that back then it was just Walter Payton.
And then they'll throw fucking the fridge in there sometimes.
Yeah, put him at fullback. All right. Moving on. NFC South, we got Buccaneers. General manager Jason Licht says they have a need for defensive help, but they will not force a pick. How do you feel about that? I think they definitely need defensive help, especially, Levante David just retired. They had another linebacker retire. So they definitely have a need for linebacker.
Yeah. Well, don't they still got Devin Bush, or is it somebody else?
Wasn't it Devin White?
Yeah, Devin White, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but either way, I think it's a smart move. I mean, obviously every team has their needs, but you don't want to reach for someone that isn't maybe,
might not pan out or something.
Or isn't really looked at as wherever you're at in the draft as that high of a draft pick. I don't know, but anyway,
to say this, with David retiring, there's a lot of shoes to be filled right there.
Oh yeah,
big ass shoe that has to be filled.
He was the Mike linebacker there for.
He was that defense.
Yeah, literally.
But they have Alex Anzalone now, so
yeah,
who I as a Detroit fan, I think he's, he was good, but then, he's gonna have to fill some fucking shoes for sure.
Oh, yeah. We'll move on. NFC West, we got the Cardinals. So, quarterback Jacoby Brissett wants an extension, and he skipped phase 1 of the Cardinals offseason program. How do you feel about that?
What are you trying to prove?
What are your thoughts?
I mean, you've been in the league for so long, but what are you trying to prove? You really haven't been a.
I mean, I'll give him this. He was really productive for the Cardinals last season from a statistical standpoint, but he went 1-11 as a starter. Like as a quarterback, you got to win more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you put up good numbers.
Go lay down.
And you set the NFL record for, I think, completions in a game. But like, you're not they're not set on you as their, future quarterback of the future,
His he was doing pretty good with the Colts, when he was on the Colts.
Well,
and then he did really good, and
he had one really decent year as a starter with the Colts, and it was when Andrew Luck retired out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But then right after that year, they went and got Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
And then
I thought that was a kind of a fuck you to him, but
yeah. What was funny is they both went to NC State.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like after Andrew Luck retired, Brissett maybe could have carved out a decent career in Indy.
Yeah.
If they would have just gave him a little more time. But that goes back to teams are so quick to give up on young quarterbacks these days.
And head coaches and just it's a new trend or a trend that's been going on the last 10 years.
Yeah, if you ain't winning, you ain't good. If you're not a Pro Bowl quarterback in your first year, well, we're going to go draft someone else.
Patty cake ball is what I call it now.
Like, he's just leaning against me.
Yeah, he wants to fall asleep. I keep trying to tell him to go over there. He's not doing it.
He wants to hang out with Uncle Sam. But on that note, Cardinals GM
Let's go lay down.
Monty Ossenfort has also stated the Cardinals are not naming anybody as their starting quarterback. So he's not even the guy necessarily. And he's holding out of off-season programs. Like, they did go out and get Gardner Minshew.
I think it's a bad look. I think it's a bad look for him to do that.
I don't think he's earned the right to hold out of programs.
Yeah, it's
like,
looks.
He's not that level of a quarterback. Maybe he believes he is. And who knows? Like, maybe in the right situation he is. But I think he's a great backup. I don't think he's the long-term answer as a starter for anyone. He hasn't proven that. And they did bring in Gardner Minshew for a reason, who also has experience as a starter.
I think they're gonna compete. I think it's a good competition.
I think it is a good competition. I would probably, they're similar style quarterbacks. I'd probably take Brissett though over Gardner.
Personally, I would take Minshew.
Okay. So I think I would rather take Brissett just because I feel like he's got a little more. He's just got a little more game, in my opinion. But anyway, we'll move on to the Rams. This is the team. They unveiled their new uniforms, and they look exactly the same.
I like the little bit they had for it, though. I watched it this morning with Chris Tucker's son, Ice Cube's son, and Terry Crews, and yeah, it was cool. It was just a parody of Friday.
Yeah. I don't really have much else more to say on that.
I got my dad on standby.
That's all I've got for NFL. I don't know if you have anything else to share.
Not really, man.
Did we talk about Dontavian Wicks going to the Eagles?
No.
Or did you talk about that last week?
Yeah, I did last week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I thought I added that. All right.
Butterfinger Wicks.
Yeah. I do want to say something on that, though. When I saw that, I wasn't upset because anyone who knows me knows I'm not a fan of Wicks.
Yeah.
Every time it's a drop, it's Wicks. It's always Wicks. And part of it kind of sucks because we lost Dobbs, now we lost Wicks, but it's time for someone to step up in the Green Bay receiving corps. I think Christian Watson he has all the potential in the world to be a number one. Matthew Golden was a first-round draft pick. He needs to step up.
I was going to say, because Matthew Goldman just doesn't seem like he's been as productive.
He didn't have a great rookie year. He was kind of buried in the shuffle. And then we have Jaden Reed, who was injured most of last year, who's probably he's been the most productive out of all of them from a career standpoint. And he's probably also the most versatile.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see. Those are probably going to be our top 3 receivers this season, though, unless we go get someone else, which seems highly unlikely. But with that all being said, we can move on to college football. Former Kansas State and current Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Will Howard criticized the program for taking advantage of him in relation to his NIL situation when he was there. Kale, what do you have to say about that?
Just another whiny bitch about NIL. So I mean,
right?
We've talked about NIL so much on this podcast. You know, I was just kind of getting repetitive, but here we are again, once and again. I think it's sad. It's like they're treating it like it's, oh well, this player or this guy is making more than me at my job, but yeah, I do more than him.
Yeah,
you know, I'm treating it like a business.
Which at this point, like, as no matter whether we like it or not, it kind of is now, which kind of sucks because it takes away some of the I won't say integrity, but more just some of the I can't even think of the word for it right now.
It's more the traditional side of football.
Yeah. Some of the traditional way from old school college football, how you think of it, but really it's a business now, and these athletes are basically just paid employees at this point.
Yeah, and it's sad that sometimes it's, you know, the universities have to do what they have to do. I get it. You know, for someone that knows a booster, yeah, he kind of explained it to me. You got to do what you got to do. You know, so what I was going to say is, you know, it's if it's like going back to the work situation. If someone is better than you at what they're doing, of course, give them more money because you got to want him to stay. But again, like you said, it ruins the idea of college football a little bit, the tradition of football.
Yeah.
Which I've always said that, and I always will say that because it's sad the where it's became, but it is the hard, cold truth about what's turning it into. You know, and I do think that, you know, they do need to have you should be able to transfer like once or twice. You know, not every fucking 4 years or every 5 years, which, you know, I have something I want to say that after this, but I don't know. It's just the transfer constantly every year. And did you see Iowa got in trouble for tampering for it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got some wins vacated. They got tampered. They're tampering with a recruit. So, fuck Iowa and dumb fucks. You're not going to win a championship that way with your trophy-less case. But
that trophy case is going to stay empty.
What I was going to say, too, with the 5 years, the NCAA is actually looking to move the eligibility to 5 years within the summer. So, start this summer. So, thoughts on that? Go ahead and just give it. But I would like to say real quick is, sure, go for it, I guess. What's the point? What's the difference going to make just one more year?
Right.
Which I thought that was graduate transfers anyway, so.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I don't really, I got nothing on that, man. But if you want to move on, we can move on to Sharon Moore.
Former Michigan coach.
Been sentenced to 18 months probation. That's a year and a half, ladies and gentlemen. He's to have
for that.
No contact with Paige Shiver. No jail. The judge praised his wife for sticking with him. Through it all, he stated, "You, sir, take her for granted." And, man, no jail. I don't know, man. I mean, when you really read into it of what happened and what he did, that's tough. I mean, that's pretty insane, actually, that there's no jail time.
Personally, he should have got jail time.
For sure.
In that situation, I don't know what, you know, I don't care who you are. I don't care what status you have or what color you are. I think you deserve jail time no matter what the situation is in those cases. in those, you know, the way they have it panned out and what happened and what he did. I have no room. There's no room for those kind of people, those pedos and shit. So,
right.
You know, I do give props to his wife for sticking through it, and he did take her for granted.
He did,
but
he did, and he doesn't probably deserve her. But anyway,
he'll never coach again. But never say never, I guess. I mean, we
don't say that.
I was going to say there's coaches that have done shit too, and then there's
some
players
coaches that have done way worse. Players that have done way worse that end up
Kobe
playing
Bryant.
again.
I mean, let's be honest. Kobe Bryant got in trouble.
Yeah,
and he turned out to be the greatest fucking basketball player of all time. And
Ray Lewis,
and Ray Rice. Oh, Ray
Michael
Rice.
Vick.
I was going to say Ray Rice. Yeah, Michael Vick. He came back, had a great finishing out to his career.
He had a couple pretty good seasons in Philly.
You know, it's weird. Speaking of, I know it's off traffic, but a lot of people remember Vic as an Eagles quarterback more than a Falcons quarterback. I've seen a lot more Eagle like videos than Atlanta.
I don't. I
would say Atlanta personally.
Yeah, definitely
he balled out in Atlanta.
He had really only like actually one good year in Philly, and that was 2010.
And then people forget about his Pittsburgh years.
He was a backup.
Yeah,
he
also short.
He played for the Jets one year too, right?
Yep.
Backed up Geno Smith. But no, I think yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say on that.
Yeah, we'll move on from that. Indiana, I told you just the other day, Indiana has currently the #1 transfer portal class nationally in both football and men's basketball.
Yeah, that's I'm not really surprised because of how well, not for football, I'm not surprised because they just won the Natty and a decent chunk of that team was transfer portal. Starting quarterback, who's going to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft, Fernando Mendoza, was a transfer portal guy
from California.
From Cal.
Which he also, I actually did go back and see this when I remember he was Cal, and he actually played Miami in that big ass win they had a couple years ago in California. And then he beats him in the national championship. I think that's kind of cool how a full circle moment like that.
Oh yeah.
But what I was also going to say too is I guess there is benefits to NIL, but the only thing I think NIL is good is that they have like if a school does the NIL and they have someone backing it, like there's a lot of schools. So like East Carolina, I believe Mr. Beast backs them. And then you have Oregon, which is the Oregon founder. And then now it's Indiana is Mark Cuban because he's alumni. And then Nebraska.
Larry the Cable Guy.
No, I think Nebraska, if I remember.
It's Larry the Cable Guy.
No. Well, I'm sure he is, but
he's one of them.
There was another big name. I don't remember who, but it's all right. Texas is Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Yep.
Wisconsin is I don't remember Wisconsin, but you get the point. What I'm trying to get at here.
Yep.
I wonder how much they have to con them to do that.
I don't know.
I think it's a lot of it just
I've specifically McConaughey. I think he bleeds Texas orange.
He's a professor there.
Yeah, he lives and dies by Texas Longhorn football.
Oh, not in that, like Michael Irvin, in Miami.
He's
fucking cracked out, man.
Yeah. Yeah. For real.
Miami's a different breed, I think.
They get crazy, that's for sure. The National Football Foundation will lower the winning percentage needed to make the College Football Hall of Fame. This will allow legendary coach Mike Leach to make the Hall of Fame.
I think that's what's up. I think it's well deserved.
Mike Leach was a great coach.
Yep.
I remember when he was at Texas Tech. I remember
that Texas game vividly.
I remember that Texas Tech team. It was Graham Harrell at quarterback, Michael Crabtree at wide receiver, and they were fun to watch.
They were,
honestly. Like I remember when they played us that year, and they destroyed us. And I was always so surprised that next year how Graham Harrell didn't get drafted to the NFL, because I thought he was one of the best quarterbacks in college that season.
He just went around the practice squads.
Because he was a Heisman candidate.
Yeah.
Well, he did spend 1 year on the Packers as the main backup to Aaron Rodgers. 2012, I think.
Yep. And now he's a quarterbacks coach or offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I just think after watching him that year and then hit the chemistry him and Crabtree had, like, it was fun to watch.
That last second touchdown with Crabtree it's still vivid.
And that was that Mike Leach offense, man.
Yeah, but then he got accused of stuff and then he got fired. Then he went to Mississippi State. Had a great year at Mississippi State.
Didn't he coach Dak Prescott at Mississippi State?
Excuse me. Hold on. He didn't go to Mississippi second. He went to Washington State, made them a good program, national program for a while.
That's right. He had Minshew.
And then he went down to Mississippi State. He got there the year after Dak he graduated.
Well, no, it'd have been a while after Dak.
Because Dan Mullins had Dak.
Well, because if he had Minshew at Washington State, Minshew was drafted 3 years later than Dak was in the NFL.
No, he had Minshew.
No, that's what I'm saying. But when he went to Mississippi State, it would have been way after Dak.
I was going to say, because
not the year after
Dan
he graduated.
Mullins took over Florida,
right,
and then he took over Mississippi State.
Right.
And he was always about the Empire ships too, so.
Yeah.
UFL,
Columbus Aviators got their first win over the Dallas Renegades last night, winning 28-14.
They said in the when they posted, they said it what a statement win. I said, wow,
statement.
28-14, such a big fucking win.
Hey man, 2 touchdown victory.
A win, man.
Yeah. They have also changed their overtime rules, the UFL. Penalties committed in overtime will not determine the outcome of the game.
So basically, like a week or two ago, the Louisville Kings versus, I don't remember who, but they had like a 2 out of 3 chance, I guess, or something. And then, so one team scored a touchdown and 2 points, and then the other team deflected it, but it was a pass interference on our offense or something, or defense, I think, because they were up. That penalty ended the game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is. I like the UFL, but I will say though, is the UFL. It just seems like it's a new league to test things to, which they've been doing it since then.
It's a test. It's kind of a testing league too.
Testing and development league and whatever else you want to call it. Some people think it sucks, but again, football's football. But there's good that comes out of it. So
moving on to this is kind of a big deal. Former Alabama national champion defensive tackle Luther Davis has impersonated 3 different NFL players in a $20 million loan scam. The players are Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr., former Browns tight end David Njoku, and Packers safety Xavier McKinney. And then I have it pulled up here. Let's see here. According to a criminal investigation filing, Davis, along with a partner C.J. Evans, obtained at least 13 fraudulent loans totaling more than $19,845,000. Davis and Evans obtained the fictitious driver's licenses and other identification documents in the players' names according to the filing. They would then contact loan brokers with bank statements for companies allegedly run by the players, fake personal financial statements, and Secretary of State documents. To complete the deception, Davis frequently wore a wig and showed up at virtual loan closings dressed as the athlete he was impersonating.
How can this big-ass guy impersonate Michael Penix? I'm just sitting here thinking about that. Penix is smaller than shit. That's funny.
That almost sounds like, is this even real? I'm going to kind of dig into this a little bit here real quick. No, it's freaking real, dude. It's on NBC News and everything. He was accused of wearing wigs. That's freaking crazy.
How can you impersonate Michael Penix?
I know, that's what I'm saying. He's a big ass defensive tackle, but this whole thing, it looked like it was AI generated, and then
keep in the loop with that. That's good. I like that. Well, yeah. I don't like how it's going on, but you know what I mean.
It's weird.
Another general thing I do want to say, and we didn't add this to notes, but I'm just going to say it. So, interesting thing I saw on our local news channel that's around here called KTIV in Sioux City, Iowa. The family of George Foreman and Sioux City leaders announced that boxing legend has been buried in a Sioux City cemetery. His family says George Foreman expressed a desire to be buried in Iowa after a trip back in 1988. So, they said when they arrived, they immediately understood. A family representative said it looked exactly like he described. And then a year later, Foreman's family returned to Sioux City, visited the monument, and had a news conference thanking the city officials and community that helped with the burial. So Foreman never forgot Iowa following a trip to the region in 1988, saying he wanted to be buried in the state. According to his family, Foreman often spoke of the area's landscape, including the looseless hills and sense of peace he felt during that visit. Honoring that request, Foreman's family says that they traveled from Texas and laid him to rest at Logan's Park Cemetery in Sioux City on April 17th, 2026, a place overlooking the looseless hills near Stone State Park. What do you think about that? I think that's cool. You know, he wants to be at peace with his rest, and yeah, I dig that.
He wants to be buried where he wants to be, and his final resting place. But you know, I'll be honest, when I hear George Foreman, I just think of the grills. When I first hear it, the name.
Yeah, people forget about his boxing career. He was a great boxer.
Yeah. That's cool. Cool little story there. Cool little tidbit. We got just a few things left. These are Husker related. Football.
Everybody's favorite.
New stadium renovations for the Memorial Stadium.
Yep. They want to do a $600 million renovation on the south end zone, which the south end zone has been needing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
And long overdue for sure.
Yeah.
There's no bathrooms there. There's no concessions. You literally have, if you're up the top, you got to climb and you're all the way down.
Yep.
So I know when we go, we avoid sitting over there. We sit in the other end zone.
Yeah. We're usually in the north end zone.
What do you think? How do you feel about it? Do you like how it looks? What would you do different?
I think it's needed just because of how dated it is. I think I heard on the Husker Online podcast that they hadn't touched that since it was originally built in like the 60s. Yes. So definitely needs renovated. Yeah, you can say this or that about is the team, winning or not, all this for 6 wins or whatever.
I replied to Brody. He made the comment on the Husker memes.
Oh, yeah.
I said if we're lucky, it'd be 7.
So
I was just being a smart ass with it.
No, I know, but it's like you got to do it. Like if you want to, you want to be considered one of the best stadiums, in the country. Like, hi, hello. What's your thoughts on this, Perseus?
I agree.
Well, all right.
He likes it.
That's strong input right there.
I thought this comment someone put, and I'm gonna put it on the screen. It would be better and maybe cheaper to build a brand new, smaller stadium somewhere else nearby, similar to Ryan Field, Northwestern football. I instantly saw that and I instantly thought, fuck you.
No, yeah, I think.
Why would we go smaller? That's dumb.
I think it's good. Plus, you got to think about it now. Like nowadays, people look at going to a football game as like it's more than just a football game. It's the social attraction. It's socializing. It's what else is there to do? I
like it. I'll be honest.
Like it's more than just like going and watching a game. It's a whole thing. It's the experience.
Yep.
And you got to do it. Like I think about how many people it actually might attract to the stadium, like to football, to the stadium.
It is reducing some of the stadium capacity. on that end zone because
Yeah.
they have to make that fit. So I'm actually looking at the pictures right now. It does look a little similar to Kyle Field, excuse me, not Kyle Allen. Jesus Christ,
Kyle
I'm so
Allen.
bad at doing this. I don't know why. But Kyle Field down in Texas A&M, where Trader Trev is at, ironically, has the same kind of end zone. They tore down the stadium and then rebuilt it. And I will say the top part where they have the stands where the screen there, I think eventually they might just, eventually some year down the road, and they'll just tear it down and
See that picture, that one? That's how it's going to look?
Yep. The inside.
It kind of looks like Arrowhead.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
It's got like an Arrowhead
But
Stadium look, kind
I was
of.
talking to our unofficial podcast member, Brody, about it last night. He said he likes how they're completing it and making a ring out of it. And I thought Ohio State, like how they have, but I also told Braden the other day, I said, it'd be kind of nice if they, they would have left it the way it was, but yet I get it. You have to do what you got to do.
Right.
So I'm sure that I think, once it's good and officially good to go, which I think that's what they did.
Yeah.
On the board of regiments. So next season, the 2027 season, as soon as this year's is done, they're going to start tearing it down.
Yep.
The last home game. And then they're going to have it about 50% in what they said next fall. So in next 27-28 season.
Yep.
And they said 28-29 season, it should be ready to go. So it's going to be all chairbacks. And I don't think a lot of people like that, but
I like it.
I think it'd be nice because bleachers suck ass.
Like just sitting basically just on benches.
It's the newer seat, like in arenas, basically.
I like that.
I believe they're
Plus
moving.
it gives you more space and
Yeah, I believe they're moving the student and band section there.
Oh,
but I also saw on the renderings. I don't know if they're gonna do it or not, but it looks like they took the scoreboards on the side on the pillars there too. So
yeah.
I'm excited to see that. It's cool.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's just gonna add to the experience, and
I just thought it was funny.
Maybe it would attract better players. Who knows?
And that's what I told Brody yesterday. I told somebody, I said, in order to be good, we want more wins and everything, but in order to be good, we need to put upgrades into these facilities.
Right.
It's not just people want to go for the money and stuff like that.
Right.
But these kids also look at facilities like, we weren't.
Yeah, you have to look inward sometimes.
I mean, look at the new complex they just opened up a couple years ago. So, I mean.
Right. No, it's all great, man. I love it. Volleyball. Got some volleyball stuff going on. Big Ten will introduce a volleyball tournament beginning as soon as this fall. The top 15 teams in the conference will qualify for the tournament, and it will take place between November 20th and 25th in Fishers, Indiana.
Screws by 90. That's all I got to say about that.
Should be another great volleyball season.
Yeah, I would have more on that if I asked the expert upstairs, but she's not here. So
yeah, she probably knows so much about that.
And then Husker basketball, we forgot to write it down, but I'm just going to give you a tidbit that I know. We have Price coming back.
Nice.
So that's good. Berkey has transferred to Vanderbilt. I don't know where all the other transfers went out, but I think we're also looking at a guy from Boise State, I think. Let me double check on this. He had a visit, but I don't know if he's coming yet or not. But what I do know, okay, is that it would be a great pickup for us. Boise State transfer Drew Fielder completed a visit to Nebraska. The 6'10" center averaged 14.7 points per game, 5.7 rebounds per game, and shot 54.7 from the field, starting his career at Georgetown. So he's another one of those NIL chasers. That's what I'm going to start calling those kind of guys, NIL chasers. But
yeah,
Husker baseball, they're still in the top 25. They're doing pretty good. They lost to Oregon last week. I think they were playing the other night. I didn't catch who they were playing. They're still consistent. I think they're going to maybe somehow sneak into that baseball tournament there. That's another thing I want to see.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know much about also what's going on Husker-wise.
I was also, this is something I just heard yesterday. Speaking of volleyball, former head coach John Cook was actually in Norfolk this week.
Oh, yes.
Speaking at the library.
Yes. And then another thing I want to say, too.
One of my clients actually went and listened to him.
Cool.
Yeah.
Another thing I did want to say about Husker related. Oh, gosh, what was it? Oh, I don't remember now. So the women's football flag football team, they're looking at adding what conference they're going to plan on going to. Rumor had it they're going to go do the Big 10 or Big 12.
Oh.
So that might start something there. They said the Big 10 has it, but
oh, okay.
We have some other teams in different conferences. JD quit.
Interesting. I did not know that. I thought with it being Nebraska, it would just be automatically Big 10.
Nope.
But if Big 10 doesn't have that sport.
Nope. Well, I think bowling's in the WAC, the WAC. Or something's in the WAC. But one last thing I remembered I was going to bring up, and this is kind of another rare sport we don't talk about, the WNBA. So I just want to say one thing about it, and it kind of just, and I do agree with what they said on Youth Assumptions the other night, is that the WNBA is more on an agenda versus making it a better league. But and the reason why I bring this up, because they were talking about the draft that just happened. So the number 10th overall pick averaged like 2.7 or 3.7 per game versus a undrafted, who is going to be undrafted, pick up, who averaged 22.5 per game in college and have way better numbers across the board. So I think those kind of picks are controversial and questionable. And mind you, they were the same position too. So, yeah, I just think, that's just kind of crazy to me. So I'll leave it at that. I got nothing else, buddo.
Yeah, I got nothing. But thanks for tuning in. Again, thanks everyone who takes time out of their day to listen to our episodes.
Trying to make them wave.
We appreciate each and every one of you. Again, this doesn't just happen like that. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of time that goes into it, a lot of money. So we appreciate it. And make sure to go check out Agent Life. Check out Useless Assumptions, Talking Dirt, Touching Base. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. And until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Bye.
Peace out. Bye.